Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I want to appreciate you so much because of your great support. I want you to watch a video of Omondi, then we continue.
Kenyan parliament has been compromised. The Kenyan parliament has been bought. The Kenyan parliament no longer represents the people. The Kenyan parliament is part of the executive and is controlled by the executive. And Kenyans must now represent themselves. And I want to remind our members of parliament that there are only 300 and Kenyans are 55 million. And we are going to take charge and represent ourselves constitutionally very soon. The problems that Kenyans are facing was brought upon us by the Kenyan parliament. They met, they gathered, they discussed and asked a question. Should we raise the standard of living or should we lower it? And they decided in broad daylight that they should raise the cost of living. And they voted yes. 176 MPs went against the will and the voice of the Kenyan people. And I want to remind them that we will remember, we will revisit, we are going to write songs about you, we are going to print posters with your faces, and one day tutachoma hii nyumba, kila mtu akose kazi, kila mtu alale njaa. And you know your MPs, the ones who voted yes, you know where they eat. Ukipata nakula nyama na kuku, kula hiyo chakula. Ukikatazwa na security, mwaga hiyo chakula. You know the bars they go to drink alcohol. Kunywa hiyo pombe yake, mwaga hiyo pombe yake. Kila mtu akufe njaa, kila mtu akae njaa. A time has come and we will make history. For the very first time in the history of Kenya, parliamentarians have forgotten the reason and the purpose of the existence of this house. This house is called the House of Representatives. People who represent the masses, people who represent Kenyans and voters. They have gone to bed with the government. They have been bought by the government. They are on the side of the government. And very soon, if you continue like that, you will realize that sovereignty belongs to the people, that power belongs to the people. And when the people rise, we will recall you, you will remember, and we will remind you that we are the ones who put you there, and we can get you out of there, even constitutionally. We will gather, we will rally citizens to stand for their rights because you have been unable to stand for them because you are compromised. You have been bought. You can no longer speak for the voiceless. So very soon, people have felt the pinch. We will not die alone. Everyone will feel the pinch. Na siku moja tutachoma hii nyumba. Mukose ofisi, mukose kazi, mukose chakula, tukae pamoja, tukufe pamoja. Enough is enough.
The same question that Omondi is talking about is something that has dominated a conversation towards Kenyans when it comes to the elected representatives. These elected representatives, we have members of parliament, we have senators, we have women rep, we have governors, and we have MCAs. When you look at the reason why they are being elected, some of them do not understand. And that is why perhaps we as Kenyans, we always make mistake. One, we either elect a member of parliament because he has money or she has money. Two, we elect a leader because of so-called political wave in a certain area. I remember I said in a certain video here, if you want to elect a member of parliament, you can even elect a member of parliament from UDA, but who is understanding what entails representing the people, who has given the mandate. You can even elect a member of ODM party to be your leader, but as long as he understands or she understands what entails representation. The problem we as Kenyans, we always don't assess or have that kind of conversation. Is this person mature, competent, and he or she can at least represent us in some matters, international, for example, nation matters. For example, look at members of parliament. These are representatives that they always have a kind of different work in National Assembly. Some are in the Energy Committee, some are in the Health Ministry, some are in the Business Ministry, those kind of committees. But look, when you look at these members of parliament that were elected in this last election, can you tell me, are they mature to represent Kenyans? Because I look sometimes, someone elected with the UDA party because of the wave, but he doesn't, or she doesn't understand what entails representation. These are the kind of people, for example, if she or he is a member of parliament, given the 100 million Kenya shillings, in fact, these members of parliament, they always been given 100 million Kenya shillings per year. So in 5 years, this member of parliament is having 500 million, almost 1 billion. And that is why you find someone who doesn't understand the representation, he or she will not even disburse these kind of resources. Or rather, she or he will come out to disburse of maybe 30 million, 70 million, your pocket 70 million. You just imagine he cuts 30, remains with 70. There's nobody or committee that always come out to assess the kind of use of this 100 million of CDF. And that is why some of them are elected in some areas where the population is not high as other places. So what is my point when I relate with the video of Eric Omondi? Is that those who are being elected to represent the people in the National Assembly, in the Senate Assembly, in the County Assembly, these people do not understand what entails representation and what entails legislation, because the main work of a member of parliament is legislation. Even if he or she is a county assembly member of parliament. But look at the way our members of parliament are behaving. We have rebels in ODM that are saying that when we meet William Ruto at State House, we always come out with development. In the Constitution of 2010 does not describe that a member of parliament must go to State House so that he or she can get development. Look at Babu Owino. Babu Owino has never been in the State House. But look at what he has done in the Bakassi East constituency. He has been doing what entails representation. Not only even Babu Owino. We have several members of parliament who are working silent. Even some of them are in UDA. They have never been in State House. The only reason why they always go to State House because of the PG meetings, or maybe if there's certain kind of summoning of members of parliament from their side. They always don't go to look for development because in their heads, or of course in their minds, they always understand that in the Constitution of 2010, there's nothing called going to State House looking for development. Development has been structured in this constitution of 2010. So those members who are going to State House, that they're going to come out with development, these people are just lying to us. These are just development that does not exist. So for me, it needs intervention from the common mwananchi. During the next election, you come out and elect someone that deserves to represent you. A member of parliament can come out with a motion or maybe a draft bill, and it takes to parliament. They debate. Then maybe if it was affecting the common mwananchi from where he has been elected, then this could have been a very easy situation. But look at the members of parliament we are having. They're behaving as if they don't understand their work. But again, something finally that we must understand, this time around we elected so many members of parliament who are confused in competence. They don't understand what entails representation. Drop your opinion at the comment section below. Otherwise, thank you so much. Bye bye till you meet on another video.